Good morning.
Good morning.
It's just you and me in the dark.
Yeah, it is dark. I woke up at 3:30 this morning and I just wasn't tired. I had fallen asleep early and I was like, I'm just gonna make coffee and get up and start doing things. I'm leaving for Oahu early on Sunday morning, so I have things that need to be done before I go. So
Nice.
I just got out of the shower, so you don't get camera this morning. I'm multitasking. I've got breakfast cooking too.
I love it. I cannot tell you how many times I am on the phone with somebody coaching, putting on makeup because I've got a Zoom. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
10 minutes later, I'm like, no, there has to be something on this face before I go on to that Zoom.
Exactly. And then I have to go, okay, well, I better close these blinds because the sun's shining in and it's going to look weird. And I have a light over here. And I'm like, should I turn it on today? Probably not.
That's funny. We used to live in a house that was a complete fishbowl, and I mean a complete fishbowl. It was nothing but floor to ceiling windows. And I mean, that's part of why I bought it, was just because I love that. But then you really need to consider, what am I wearing? Is it dark now outside? How much can the
Exactly.
neighbors see?
Yeah,
But I really
exactly.
liked it. Morning, Kay.
Good morning. How are you?
I am fabulous. How are you?
I'm really good.
I love it. Did you send out letters out of curiosity?
No, I haven't sent out letters. I was getting the booklets done, and then I've got to go through my list and see the investors that I've got them. I'm getting investor contacts, but they all want me to send them what they have, but I don't know how I'm going to get paid. And they won't send me their email address. So they just want me to call them. And I'm not going to do that. I don't think that's smart. Am I right? Who knows?
All right. Let's dig into that one. Well, hang on. Let's hang on to that one because I want to start with good news first, but
Good
that's a
news
really
first.
good question. That's a really good question. I'm writing it down. Only phone. Okay. All right. Morning, Bree. Morning, Liz. How the heck are y'all?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Bree's connecting into audio and she's there. Good morning, Bree.
Good morning.
How the heck are you?
Good. I've had my 2 cups of coffee and my smoothie.
Wow. I'm impressed. I've had, I don't know, 3 or 4 of these, but I'm on my 3rd one of these too. So we're doing good.
Oh, wow.
And breakfast. But anyway, what did you think real quickly of that text that I sent you?
This morning?
No, yesterday. The one about Connor.
Oh my God. It was amazing. I watched it like twice.
So I sent,
me.
Go ahead.
I was like, what's next? How do I solve all my problems?
I sent Brianna, my daughter sent it to me actually, who, she's the one that originally, I think I told Liz about it too. She's the one that originally got diagnosed as ADHD. And then the doctor pretty much laughed because she's like, well, she got it from you. Which duh, because there's no way she got it from the lump on the log that I had married. So, that was a big duh. But anyway, and she sent me this text. It's just a short little series of clips, like maybe from TikTok or maybe Vines or something like that, that's all strung together into one, I don't know, maybe 7-minute video of this kid just kind of explaining ADHD through the years and kind of the other stuff of how it affects you in your life. And I watched it and I was like, oh my God, that is completely and 100% me. But I still was a little bit like, no. So my husband sent me this questionnaire thing to go through. And like, if you answer X amount of questions, you definitely are. And I don't know what it was, but I came back, I think it was 10. And I came back with a score of like 7.25 or something like that. And he's like, how do you do 7.25? And I'm like, well, because this one's only half of it, and this one's half of it, and that one's 3/4, and that one's about 2/3. And he's like, he went through and he goes, you answered yes to every single one.
Oh, that's funny.
But I'm only 7.25, man. Anyway, it's a really, really good one. And I knew you'd like it. It really blew my eyes, brains wide open.
I meet with my therapist today. And I'm like, whoa.
Check this out, man. All right, let's dig in. let's hear some good news for everybody.
Well, my good news is I had a closing yesterday and it was all virtual and I didn't have to do a darn thing. And I really feel weird about it.
I love that. Add it real quickly, just like show of hands or chats or whatever. Who goes to their closings and then who does not go to, you go to your closings. Okay.
Go to mine.
I
You
go
go to
to,
yours? You go to yours? Okay.
Yep.
You go to yours too? Oh my gosh. I
I've
never
had
went-
one virtual.
Yeah.
I've
I
had one
never
virtual.
went to my closings. Rob,
Oh,
out of
wow.
curiosity, right out of the gate, because you just logged on, do you go to your closings? Do you like physically go to your closings?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
If it's a buyer side, I typically do. If it's a seller side, I don't.
Okay. Well, maybe that was my excuse then, because I never went to my closings ever. And the one that almost fell apart was a buyer side. They were buying our house and they lost it. And the loan officer, who was a friend of mine, had to go take that girl out and drag her back into the room and say, basically, you will sign on this. It's like too late. But anyway, side note. All right, let's hear some good news. What else we got? Congrats, Kay, by the way.
I've got 15 leads from Braden's Facebook marketing ad over the weekend, so I'm following up on those today.
Congrats.
So one of them's already replied back, stop, to the text, so she's already bailed.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she didn't like the automated text and all that crap, so but that's okay.
I'd rather they bail right out of the gate than bail after I spent 3 months with them trying to get them to go do something they have no intention of doing anyway. So
Yeah, exactly. And then I had a listing, not good news, but listing had an offer on it Saturday. I submitted that. We countered Saturday night, Sunday morning, and I got an email Sunday morning saying that from the agent saying she changed her mind. And then she sent me a termination of contract form and a release of contract and a termination of contract. And I said, these are not valid forms because there's no contract.
exactly.
Huh?
You know? So, and she's the EXP agent. So, and she sent me an email. I said, well, I was just covering my bases. And I replied her back. I said, again, there is no, and I capitalized it, contract. Therefore, there's no forms to submit. I said, all you need to do is tell me that they withdraw their offer. And I have that in writing via email. So we're good.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't understand why people think they've got to have a form for everything.
I have no idea.
But anyway, good news is that those sellers are making repairs that's needed based on the first home inspection. So things are moving along.
Cool beans. Congratulations.
Yep.
All right. Who else has got some good news? PF is showing us something. Oh, it's kind of dark, so it's kind of hard to see, but it looks like there's a doggo there that looks very cute.
Take
Oh.
a little turn office. I'm
Oh,
sitting for my neighbor, and he's really, really sweet.
how
I was gonna say,
sweet
what a
is he?
sweetheart.
Oh, my goodness.
Do you guys remember back in the days before Zoom, where if an animal actually crossed your screen or a kid or something, you were like, oh, I don't really exist in a real world. And now people are like, I'll bring the dog up. Like, don't hide the dog from us, you
Yeah.
know? So
So
very,
he's
very,
been circling the door saying, hey, it's time to go for the,
Yeah.
outside.
yeah, love it. All right, what other good news you guys got? Before I start volunteering people, Lisa, cough it up. You've been up since 3:30.
well, I take my test for Hawaii on Friday at noon, and I leave for Oahu on Sunday morning at 5 a.m.
Nice. Not the 5 a.m. part, but all the rest of it, really nice. What time do you have to get to the airport? And are you flying out of where are you flying out of? Portland or where?
I'm sorry, what?
Where are you flying out of?
Medford?
Oh, okay. I didn't know Medford had Medford's like this big, yo. I didn't know Medford had an airport.
Oh, yeah, yeah, so it's 30 minutes from here, so, but it, so I don't, it's small airport, so I have to have a connecting flight, but it's not bad, and so I'll be having lunch Sunday in Oahu, and I haven't been in Oahu in 20 years, so I'm staying right downtown Waikiki. My daughter's gonna meet me there, she has to work regular Pacific time hours. So we'll be starting work at 6 a.m.
Mhm.
and she's off at 2. She usually signs off, Pacific time 5:30, so 2:30 over there. So by 2:30 I'll be done, and I figure I'll work on my database and stuff in the morning when, from 6 on, and then from 10 to 2 meet with agents out by the pool.
Mhm.
Talk to them about creating some referral connections, and see, I'm not meeting with any EXP agents. I'm meeting with all the agents that might want to come join EXP.
Cool beans. Congratulations. What a great plan.
Yeah.
You're gonna have serious, I'm just gonna warn you right now, if you have not been to Oahu in 20+ years, you're gonna have a serious culture shock.
Yeah, it's changed.
It's
It's
big city, and
completely
we're looking
different.
forward to the big city, and then we go to Maui next.
Okay,
It's always changed.
this is true too. But Oahu is all like, what's that street? It's like Champs-Élysées almost, in the main street thing, the international.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
staying at the Hilton Waikikian,
Mhm.
the Grand Waikikian right there. So
Yeah.
we're looking forward to playing city. In a way, I don't do city very often, but we're going to do 5-star restaurants and
No.
it's take the bus and do the things that you do in a city, and then we'll be tired of it after a week. I'm sure, absolutely sure.
Yep. Congratulations.
Thanks.
So, all right, Liz, can you talk? Got something good?
Yes, my people are filing in, so I'll talk quickly. I just finished booking some client appointments for this weekend. And I'm sure there's more, but I can't think right now. Working on the booklet campaign, that's getting ready to go. And yeah, I can't think right now of
You're
anything else.
fine. Yep, thank you.
Thank
Um,
you.
Bree, did I hit you for good news?
No, but I'm redoing.
Bree's okay, hang on, you're not an alien anymore. Bring it on.
Okay, I'm redoing my booklet campaign, and I'm getting another pull from RealFlow.
Mhm.
And I met with Gary yesterday, and he was like, "You're not the only one going through this up and down, ebb and flow." And he said he's been through it too. Yeah.
Who has been
okay.
through up and down, ebb and flow in real estate?
Right.
It's normal.
So he was like, just action. Like, we fall out of our habits. Just do something, which I knew, but it was just affirming. So that's my good news.
Nice. It was, I spoke with Gary, I don't know, a few weeks ago, because I mean, I'm doing fine now, but there for about 6 weeks, 3 weeks ago or something like that. It was just crazy. I mean, it was just, no matter what I did, nothing was happening. And I just kept on doing it. Nothing was happening. It's making me crazy and started making me mad. And Gary's like, Gina, you're one of my generals, which in EXP land means that you're somebody that brings on a lot of people. And I'm like, Gary, I've not done anything in like 6 weeks. And he said this, which I just really took to heart. He said, yeah, but you swing the bat every day. Every day you swing the bat.
Oh.
It was huge for me. And I'm like, you're right. The difference is when I'm doing really good, I'm like, bat. And when I'm doing like, rah, 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 bat, rah, and not so well with swinging that bat and pissed off about the whole bat thing. And it all goes to your head of, is this working? Is this working? Is this working? And I've had 2, since being with the XP, 2 really bad stretches like that just went like, seemed like forever with nothing going on. And gosh, what have I learned? I've learned that when it gets really bad like that, it will force me to look at the rest of my systems and clean those up a bit also.
Yeah.
So that part's really good. I know that it will change. It's just, and then I got to make sure that this is straight, because I will find myself actually getting to the point of don't answer the phone. And I'm like, why would you do that? That is the stupidest thing you ever could do in your possible life. And inevitably, if I think that, nobody answers the phone. It is the craziest thing.
Oh.
I know. And I'm like, I'm not saying that I'm telling him not to, but I am. And I'm like, and your thoughts are things some way, somehow. And so I'm like, no, don't go through all this trouble and then self-thwart or defeat. Like, if you need to take 5 minutes and do something, go take 5 minutes and do something so that you can get your head, like, finish up with the last phone call or whatever it is you got to do before you jump on the first one, instead of like, don't answer because I'm too busy. That's insanity. So it's just things like that in my head. It's like, keep it straight, keep moving forward, keep hitting the bat, clean up your whatever systems you can to free up your time to run much more efficiently. And, and I think the last time it was more dealing with my, being able to handle objections, getting people set up. This last batch that I went through that was really bad, that was for me all about the follow-up plan. Get the follow-up plan done, get it in place. You're not following up the way that you need to be, which means you're working way too hard for what it is that you're getting, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lesson in it every time, but I can't say I like it. I'm just grateful for the lesson on the other side of it. So, and if I wasn't so thick-headed, maybe I could just learn the dang lesson and not have to go through that crap. All right, let's dig into Kay. Kay, you have questions, bring them on.
Oh, I have so many. It's like, what's going through my head when you talked about follow-up campaigns? It's like, I think I have them set up, but I have no idea if they're working and they're really going because I don't know how to check it. And then I'm like, I have these people calling and wanting me to send them all this stuff for free. And I'm trying to get their names, their email addresses, and not just respond. And it's like every time I send somebody something thinking I'm being a nice person, then I never hear from them again. I get no feedback and I'm frustrated.
I love it. All right, I want to dig into the free one first. So, and I really want your guys' opinions. So like, let's hear it. When someone says, hey, can you just send me a CMA? Hey, can you just pop this in the email for me? Can you just do this for me when I'm agent attraction? They're like, can you just send me an email? And I know it's a big blow off. Like, I am fully aware of what you're doing. So what do you guys do when you run across those?
Well, for the CMA, you're wanting to meet with them, correct?
That's the whole
So,
point of lead generation. Yep, we want to meet with them.
and to do the analysis justice, you need to lay eyes on it, because not every house is the same. Each house is unique, and so your price is unique to your house. So it'd be best if I laid eyes on it and we talk about some of the upgrades or the differences that you may have versus other houses, so I can best position your house in the market to get the best price.
Well, that's for selling. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of people that want to buy.
And they just want you to send some email or something.
Mm-hmm. Send me what you got. Send me what you got.
Perfect.
When's the last time they bought a house?
Well, these are investors.
So just send me,
So
just send me
when's the
stuff
last
and I'll
time
look
they-
at it.
Yeah.
I
When's the
don't
last
know.
time they've been investing in the house, in the market? Has the market changed in the past 6 months? You're the expert.
Do you guys want to know what I would do?
Yes.
I tell them no. I just tell them
Right.
no. I just had somebody on the for agent attraction who was like, can you just email me? I'm like, look, I really don't care one way or the other. If you don't want to look at it, like if you're not going to look at it, I don't want to do it. So rather not.
Right.
And he goes, no, I'll look at it. And I'm like, really? Because otherwise it's just a big, huge waste of my time and I don't care. And he goes, no, I promise you I'll look at it. And I'm like, okay. And I highly doubt he did, and I don't care, but he was a no on that side. On this, like sending CMAs and stuff like that, or sending the properties. And when people used to ask me that, I used to go no. And they'd be like, well, why? I'm like, it doesn't work that way. It works like this. So if someone was just like, for the CMA one, my answer was this, and then we'll go into the other one on the just send me properties on the investor side. For the CMA one, I was like, can't. And they're like, what do you mean can't? And I'm like, I don't do CMAs. What do you mean you don't do CMAs? I don't do it. I do a property positioning report. Well, send me that. Can't. It's a bunch of numbers. You don't know how to read it. Once I sit down with you, then you'll know how to da-da-da-da. Because I don't care about You want information from me, I want to meet with you. If you're not willing to give me that much, then I'm not really willing to sit here and give information. That's not my, you can find information anywhere. I mean, this is the time of information. It's all over the place. What I'm interested in is taking care of servicing my clients and giving them up in the investor case and giving them opportunities. So can you just send me properties? No, I can't. Well, but why? Because I haven't met with you. I don't know what your criteria is. I don't know what your numbers are. I don't really know what you're looking for. I need to meet with you. You available Tuesday at 2 or 4? Well, just send me stuff. Can't. Again, there's billions of properties out there. We have access to every single piece of, we have back-end data on every single square inch of real estate, listed or not, commercial or not, in the entire United States. I'm not sending you 600 million properties, not doing it. So let's meet and then we'll figure out what works with you. And if they don't want to, okay. Let me know if you ever change your mind. You want me to check in on you in a few months? Nope, go ahead. And I just get them either off your books completely or onto some sort of nurture.
So I need to be tougher and say no.
I would just say no. Do you know how to say no? Do you know
I
how to say no?
practice. No, no,
Let's try some things. Let's try
no,
this. Just no.
no.
Why not? Everybody does. Okay. You just said you were a real estate agent. They all send me stuff.
Well, if I don't know you and I don't know exactly what you're looking for, it's really a waste of your time and mine.
All right. So what do you propose?
I'd like to do a Zoom meeting with you to find out exactly what you're looking for and have you show me some of the properties that you've bought in the last month or two, and then I can help you. Are you available Thursday at 2 or 4?
Guys, how did Kate just do?
Good. Great.
Really good. Really, really good. So when your kids want something that there's no way in heck you're ever going to give it to them, what do you do?
Uh, I say no, and then they usually pester me to death. And then I'll say, depending on if it's absolutely they're never going to get it, I'm just going to say, you know, you're not going to get that. So you need to put this away.
Bam. That's it right there. That's
Yeah.
it right there. Just like your kids asking for some crazy ass thing, pardon my French, that you're never going to give them. It's not going to happen. You are 9 years old. I'm not giving you a car. Or you're not driving or whatever it is. No, it's not happening. It doesn't work that way. This is how it works. So I literally, it's like that. If it's a different kind of a situation and you want to soften it up a bit, my favorite one that I really like is love to, can't. And the love to is really soft like puppy dog, and the can't is a straight on. So love to, can't is another one of my favorite ones. But just tell them no. Let me ask you this. Do you have a ton of time on your hands that you can take care of all the stuff for people who don't want to do anything? Okay, perfect. Right now, this is another good one that I like. Right now, tell me what a lead is in your world, Kate, in real estate. Tell me, just define like a lead.
Well, I've in my head, I'm defining it as somebody who's interested in doing something.
Beautiful. Now, how many, let's say you have 1,000 of those. Can you take care of 1,000 people? Exactly. Can you take care of 1,000 people? Okay, now define a lead now who want to eventually do something. So now define a lead. You got 1,000 of those.
Somebody that I've met with and has given me some information about what they want to buy or sell.
Beautiful. Now you're rocking and rolling in real estate. You have 1,000 of those. Somebody that you've met with that's giving you information that eventually wants to buy or sell. Now define a lead.
I know how much money they have to work with.
Perfect. Okay. You now have 1,000 of those. Now define a lead.
Somebody who's ready to take action now.
Bam. That's it.
Okay.
So what I'm walking you through is basically A, B, and Cing your people. So we used to sit down with our buyers and I would literally ask them, are you an A buyer, a B buyer, or a C buyer? Well, what is that? Well, a C buyer, eventually if anything ever crosses their path, they might be interested. A B buyer has done some, and when I can get to them, I do get to them. You'll always stay on my list. You'll always be part of it. When I can get to you, I will totally get to you. A B buyer is somebody that is interested. They've done some of the work. If the right property comes along, they might jump on it, and so I'll stay in contact with more frequently. And much more than the C buyer, who is one I can get around to. I will, return your calls and get back to you. An A buyer is somebody who has done everything that we've told them to do. They're completely pre-approved. Their house is on the market or has sold already. Or if they don't need to, they don't need to, but they are ready to buy right now. Like right now, this second, if they find the right property, they're buying right now. They're out, they're on the hunt, they're active, they're doing it. You are in my back pocket. You're literally attached to my hip. You are on the phone, and as soon as I can break away from any client or anything that I'm with, I will break away and I will get it back to you ASAP. And you are right there attached to me. Which one of these are you? I'm an A buyer. Perfect. All right, let's go to work then. And then they know, and then we'll let them know, like, you need to turn in your stuff. You're not doing it. You're sliding in to be buyer. And if you want to be attached to my hip, I need you to get your stuff done. And it just keeps them moving forward the direction they want to go. And I'll let them self-discover or self-label what it is that they are. And that's fine. I want a bunch of C's, a ton of C's, a bunch of B's, and a ton of A's. But I can only devote my time to doing the stuff with A's. And a C is somebody, well, just send me stuff. And it doesn't work that way. You've got too many C's. When you're brand new, you don't have C's or B's or A's, great, do it. But you're not anymore. You're hustling, you got stuff going on. So you got to filter through them. Yep. It's just like a kid who wants to
You're
drive
gonna
the car.
send us a
The
list
C
of
buyer
them,
wants to drive
right?
the car. Pardon me?
You're gonna send us a list of what you just said, right?
Yeah, that's
The recording is going to go on to Zoom where it always goes. So it always goes, not Zoom. Hello, hang on, YouTube. The recording is going to go on YouTube where it always goes.
Where do we find it in YouTube?
yeah, I don't know how to find some of this stuff.
So I will send out the YouTube link again, and then please subscribe because I want to change my channel name. And apparently I need X amount of subscribers to change my channel name. And I just started this, so I should probably look. Maybe I have 1 subscriber. I have no idea. So YouTube link with today's group. Okay, I'll get that out to y'all. So I think I'm just Gina is my hero, or is what I think I am.
Gina,
If you
you are.
type in- If you type in Wealth Determiners YouTube in the Google search bar, it comes up.
Really? I'm
Wealth
Googling.
Determiners YouTube.
Yeah, Wealth Determiners and then YouTube. And it's the only thing, she pops right up.
Okay.
Ooh, B.
Easy. Thank you, Liz.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Liz. All right, you
Liz
all.
is also a hero.
I know. This is
I get to multitask a little bit here at work. This is fun.
All right, y'all. Anything else that anybody else needs before we go rock and roll our Tuesday? Going
No.
once?
No.
Oh my God, that's so perfect. What'd you do today, Gina? I taught Kay how to say no.
No.
Good job, Kay. All right, you all. Lisa, if I don't see you before now and then, really have a good time in Oahu. I can't wait to talk to you after you get back because I really do want to hear the culture shock difference from when it was 20 years ago. Rob, thank you for that. Liz, thank you. And everybody else, thank you, because without you guys, we don't have anything. And Ron Copeland just entered the room, and we're going to tell Ron we're done. Hang on. Let's get Ron on and then tell Ron we're done real quick. Hang on. Ron, I know you're there. You're on mute and you're dark. I hate to do this too, but we just finished up because we finish up at 9 o'clock in the morning. So, you want to come tomorrow?
Probably so. Sorry, I'm
Don't
See y'all
worry about it. It's all good. We'll see y'all tomorrow, okay?
all right. Great to see y'all. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye, Ron. Bye, Ron.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.
You have 7 subscribers.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you.